Could we have the roll call, please?
Smith.
Here.
Clute.
Here.
Craig.
Here.
Harvey.
Here.
Mayor Robish.
Here. Please join me for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Moving on to public forum. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. Please state your name and address for the record for public forum. Is there anyone in the audience here for public forum? Seeing none, I think Commissioner Clute has something for us tonight.
I do, and I brought show and tell. Want to remind everyone that the Day of Caring is tomorrow, and if you have the desire to go out and volunteer, I'm sure they could use more. You could call Jen Bragg at 605-352-3537 and just be on the lookout. These little blue shirts will be traveling all over the community tomorrow. Lots of projects going on.
All right, it's a great day. Anyone else for public forum?
Mayor, I
Yes.
have something. I
Yes, sir.
guess I'm just kind of compelled to bring it up. The city of Huron is honored with a representative in the Miss America contest, Jamie Katner. As some of us know Jamie, and it's truly a privilege for our community to have Miss South Dakota in our community, as well as competing in the Miss America contest, which I don't remember the date of it, but it's September 6th, I think, 7th, thank you, Ben. Jamie and her family and support group are working very hard to do some fundraising to cover those costs, and so if you have the opportunity to see Jamie or her family, wish her good luck and maybe throw a buck or two her way if you get the opportunity or have the desire to do so. But point of it is, we don't get a Miss America contestant very often in our community. So,
But we have had, I think this is the 3rd or 4th one.
yeah. So anyway, congratulations to Jamie
Yeah.
on
Yes.
that honor, and
She's working on her schedule. She was going to make an appearance here when it works for her. So
wonderful.
good job. Good reminder. Thank you for that. Anyone else? Moving on to the agenda approval. You have the agenda in front of you. Do you see any? First of all, I want to welcome Aaron Scheibe on. He's on with us on Zoom here. He's our new legal counsel. So welcome aboard, Aaron.
Thank you, Mayor. Good to be here.
Okay. Agenda approval, I guess.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second?
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to the consent agenda. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. Our consent agenda tonight consists of 4.1 minutes of August 4th, 2025, 4.2 fuel quotes for city departments, 4.3 personnel items. Number 1, acknowledge a successful completion of the 60-day probationary period for Jessica Sopo, part-time year-round library clerk effective August 10th, 2025. Sorry about that, Jessica. I did bad on that last name. Number 2, accept the voluntary retirement of Beverly Dunn, library technician at the Huron Public Library, effective August 22nd, 2025. And we want to thank Bev for her years of service as the library technician. So, 4.4, raffle permit for Beetle County Humane Society for a raffle at Ravine Lake Shelter on September 27th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 4.5, parade permit submitted by the Huron High School Student Council for a parade on September 26, 2025 at 2 p.m. 4.6, raffle permit submitted by SDS Central Chapter of Credit Unions for several raffles. And 4.7, special alcoholic beverage license application submitted by Gaithel Incorporated for a wedding on August 30th at the Isaac Walton. And 4.8, payment of the bills.
Move to approve consent.
Second?
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to bid quote items, 5.1 pay request number 6 from Menning Excavating for bid number 2024-02, water main replacement in the amount of $499,000, $560,000.85. I'm gonna turn this over to engineer Brett Runge before I pay him way too much.
Thank you, Mayor. This is just a progress payment for the water main project through town. At this point, they're a strong 50% done with the project, but they do have an intent to finish this year, even though the completion date is actually next year. But they are pushing to try to complete by the end of the year. They're bringing another crew in to get started here shortly. So we recommend approval of the pay request.
Motion to approve. Second.
Any questions for Engineer Runge? I guess I don't have a question, but I just want to remind the public there's going to be some more, like you just said, they're going to bring in another crew and we're going to start tearing up some more places.
That would be correct. Yes, it's going to get busy again. Busy.
Right,
Yep.
okay. But never fear, we're going to try and get them done, so we got them closed up for the winter.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to departmental items, 8.1, consider capital asset committee recommendation to purchase Ravine Lake aeration pumps to replace the old pumps in the amount of $2,663.46, and the funds will come from the second penny reserves. This is required per agreement with the Game Fish and Parks. And we have Chad Schroeder with us tonight.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. This is, we entered into a joint powers agreement with Game Fish and Parks for the aeration on the south side of the island, out in Ravine Lake, right out from the beach. There's 6 different aerators out in the water. We have 2 pumps. Each pump runs 3 aerators. So one of the pumps is completely it's not operational at all. The other pump everything is wore down enough to where it's only running one of the 3 aerators. So per our agreement with Game Fish and Parks, I would like to replace those 2 pumps. They're currently, the model number is AQ9, which means nothing to you guys except for I'm switching to an AQ7 because every 2 years we can replace the vanes in that pump for half the cost. So there's only just minimal CFM air difference, and it'll be better than what we have right now. We only have 1 aerator running. So I'm asking for approval to order these air pumps.
Move to approve.
Second?
Any questions for, yes, sir, Commissioner Smith?
Thank you, Mayor. Chad, how old are the ones that are in there? What's kind of the life expectancy of these?
I didn't bring my sheet because I was downtown. Do you
Rough
remember?
idea.
Old. They're
I
older,
think-
10+ years
I
probably.
think we put them in 2008 or 9, if I remember right.
And that joint powers agreement goes back to when they were placed.
Yes, and I was gonna bring all that.
So it was actually the Ron, and we weren't even aware that it was there until they quit working. We started talking through what it would take to repair them. Really, ideally, what we would have liked to have done is waited and budgeted this next year. But then when we reached out and talked to them, they said we'd really like to get them running this year, and per that agreement, you should do that, so.
Yeah.
And we did try first to make a repair. They ordered new fins for them, but what we found, they're ceramic, porcelain?
Yep.
They're ceramic, and they're pretty fragile, so when the pumps start to fail, if they're not running perfectly true, the replacement parts just end up getting damaged again, and that's what happened. So that was where the decision was. We're well past the usable life of those. We expect we'll probably have to replace them more often than what we did, but that's where Chad's thinking of going down to something more affordable was a smart decision for the future too. But I doubt, we shouldn't have gotten this long out of them. They probably haven't been working at peak efficiency for a while, so
That's right.
we will probably plan to replace them more frequently. I think that, you know, the manufacturer says every 2 years. the
Every
way
2
we're-
years, but that's running 24/7, you know what I mean? So we'll probably, I'd say if we do it every 3 to 5 years, but we just don't want those vanes to wear down. They wear down as they run. They run at 24/7 from basically the end of May to the 1st of October. Once we start them up, they run. So we'll be checking, you know, doing the maintenance on them. And with the pump that failed, we ordered a new set, and there must be something just off in there just right. And instead of me taking the chance and ordering another set and watching them explode in front of us again, I decided let's just go this route, and then we know that it's more affordable in case something fails when we're rebuilding the pump. We did try to rebuild the pump that's not operational. And I've dealt with Pentair for a while, and they said it was because of the poor install, but we say that we know for sure that we installed them correctly because we followed all the directions. Anyhow,
But we did have a mild fish kill here a
That's
few
what I was
weeks
just
ago.
gonna say, yeah.
And so, I mean, Ravine Lake, Game Fish and Parks has been great. When Chad called about that fish kill, they had somebody here by 8:30 the next morning, 2 biologists here to take readings at the lake, so they've been wonderful. But they have said the nature of Ravine Lake is tricky because it is so deep and so narrow. The water does not turn over by wind action the same way like a prairie lake would. And so that's part of why the aerators are more of a necessity in that type of body of water. And again, it's a relatively small number of dollars. Normally this would have been something we could have worked into the budget, but with that joint powers agreement, we wanted to get it done right away, so that's why we're bringing it through this way.
and when they were up here is when the Game Fish and Park said, hey, your aerators aren't working all the way.
Okay. We have a motion, second. Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Chad. Moving on to 8.2, legal publications. We've been in talks with several different papers. First of all, I would like to tell Ben that we're sorry to hear about the happenings from last week and whatever, and hopefully you and your staff and everyone involved will be fine and find new employment or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to turn this over to Pauline. She's been talking with everybody that prints.
Yep. Thankfully, with the guidance of our legal counsel, the city of Huron, just at this time, is going to be sending our publications to the San Juan Weekly Journal. There's a state law that says the closest county from our city limits, and so that measured out to be Woonsocket. So at this time, that's where our legal publications will be sent.
Okay. I would entertain a motion to,
Don't need a motion.
we don't
We're
need them?
just stating that.
Oh, just information. Moving on to 8.3, we're going to, I'm going to have Commissioner Clute announce our solid waste hours for the upcoming holiday.
Okay. The Solid Waste Department Rubble site will be closed Saturday, August 30th through Monday, September 1st in observance of Labor Day. Monday's garbage, recycling, and grass collection will be done on Wednesday, September 3rd. And as a reminder, whenever we have a holiday during the week, that regular pickup that the holiday lands on, that pickup will be Wednesday. And we will have something in the chamber newsletter and on the chamber blasts about that too. So remember to have your containers out the night before, as the trucks will not be rerouted. And if you have questions, you can call Solid Waste, 605-353-8542.
Thank you very much for that reminder. That takes care of our business for tonight. We're going to